Hello friends and welcome. So in this video I want to talk about a good method to construct stereo from mono. And the reason is in my previous video for stereo mono I got into a discussion with I think one or two of you, but there were some questions about what is the best way of actually doing this. And now with my amp I actually have tried several combinations because I've got a mono input and then two inputs that I can use to blend stereo. And I've tried different configurations, putting the input transformers with the input transformers, putting them in series, putting them in parallel, but all of them had a bit of issues, or it picked up hum, or it was just, or it got weird cancellation effects. I wasn't satisfied with how the performance of that, but I'm very pleased with the results of this. It's near perfect, yeah, in this case, this is a bit of a sneak preview because I'm modifying a Marantz CD48 CD player, and I was toying with different output configurations, and I just couldn't be happy with the capacitor output way of doing things. As I said, it's a bit of a sneak preview on videos that will be coming up, but I now discovered a very good way of creating mono from stereo, and I'm using a transformer for this. And so I wanted to share, this is the video to share it with you. So what have I done? Well, what you see here is I'm using not a class A push-pull thing, so with very minimal air gap here. It's a Lundahl Amorphous core. It's a 1.3 kilo transformer, and it's normally used for headphones or lineouts, and in push-pull configuration, but it is class A push-pull. So what I'm using is here a pair of feet. So what happens is I've got the left and the right signal going into separate primaries, and we've got the secondaries on the output, and then a capacitor to go to the ground, so I don't have any static, so any DC current, because else I would get too much, it would saturate the core of this. And this delivers me a really good sound, but more importantly, the blending happens 100% correct. And I think the reason for it is, as far as I speculate, theorize so far, is that it's because there's no galvanic connection between either the output or the input or in the channels, so they're completely separated, and I think that's the secret to this success. So in a schematic, if I'll show you the schematic, it looks like this. So this transformer has 4 windings on the secondary. Let's see if it's in focus. Is it in focus there? No, I'm just struggling here. Let me see. So here we go. So this is the layout. So what I've got is here the primaries. We've got the left channel coming in, connected to the ground, right channel coming in to connect it, or not to ground, because there's a capacitor in each of these. And then here we got the secondaries, and I've put them all in series. So I've got 3.4 to 4, which should be a small slot. And these are basically in parallel with each other on the primary. And then the secondaries are all in series to get the signal level up. And so that's the mono out, and it goes to the amp. Now the advantage of this construction is it sounds fantastic, the blending happens perfectly, and using a transformer I've got the additional advantage that this one is floating. So I'm also it is mostly a balanced setup because it's not connected to the ground of either the chassis or the PCB there, the common ground. It is entirely floating here, so it's connected to my amp more in fact than anything else. This combined with an amorphous core has taken away the capacitor sound that I first was coupling with. So, but anyway, I'll talk about more that in a video when I talk about modifying these CD players, because I'm a bit on a mission to find out what is actually the sound of digital. What is the sound of the DAC, what is the sound of the op-amps, what is the sound of the caps, what is the sound of the power supply influence, and so on. So I'm trying to eliminate these factors and just getting to grips with this that question where the sound, the typical sound that I hear in pretty much all digital devices that you can buy, that I've heard, they have a commonality, and I just want to hear where it's coming from. So more on that later in a different video. But I thought this mono finding is this I would recommend. So far, I would recommend this type of setup, and this is a great way to make your CD player have a mono CD player. How about that? Although you could probably sum it digital and then throw it to one channel, but this works equally well. So thank you for listening. I hope you found this and watching, and I hope you found this interesting. I hope to catch you in the next video. Until then, have a great day, have a great week, and catch you soon. Bye bye.